besides that.
Could you do something else to like make the chair more comfortable?
Yeah. What can you do to make your chair more comfortable?
No, let's play that game.
Yeah.
I feel like the problem might be more my sitting style than the chair itself.
So
How
have you tried taking your hand out of your ass? Would that help?
Yeah. Have you tried taking your head out of your ass? Maybe that would help you sit down and be more comfortable.
Have you tried taking your heart out of your ass? Maybe that would help you.
Ooh. Option A, B, or C?
D, my dick out of Jeffrey's ass. And the answer is no.
Dog, it's sitting pretty in there. You know what I mean?
I still don't get how that affects how you sit, though, Max.
I mean, the angle's got to be a certain way, you know?
I don't. All right. You know what? Sure.
Max, out of the three of us, who do you think gives the best back massage?
It's not what I thought you were going to say.
Me neither. Me neither, honestly. Me neither. Back massage came out.
He thought about it.
Of you three, it's Josh, Avery, Jeffrey. Of us four, it's Josh, Max, Avery, Jeffrey. And really, my list is just strongest, which I guess is...
I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. I joined this show because I'm not the weakest one. That's it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Gaslight Gameshow, the only character-driven game show with real-world consequences. This is episode 17 of season 2, The Secret Life of Walter Shitty.
That sucks.
Got him. Toasted.
I was honestly like walking around this week trying to think of a very convoluted, like long joke title. Every week a movie is selected and we all watch it. And every week each of our 3 contestants creates their own character and writes reviews for that film in their voices. The contestants swap their creations amongst themselves and read each other's work here live for the first time, responding to questions as the characters they wrote for one another. The catch: I have to guess who originally wrote what. Every episode has a winner and a loser. Winners get rewarded and
losers get punished.
Losers get punished.
I almost skipped over that part. No one's safe, not even me. As always, our contestants are Josh Horst.
What's up?
Avery Baker.
Howdy.
And I'm your host, Max McCune. This week, we have a featured guest. This was pretty funny. My girlfriend sat down and pretended to be hosting the show earlier, and the only thing she said was, "Welcome to Gaslight Game Show. Featured guest, Jeffrey Nolan." Jeffrey, would you please tell everyone a bit about yourself?
We just didn't do the cue for it earlier. Samantha, make sure you go back and cut this. All right, Samantha,
She's
cut this.
actually going to hurt you.
Cut what?
Like for like a minute ago.
I did the X.
No, he's making a joke.
The audience, okay, even if it's a joke, the audience is going to be so fucking confused. They're going to be like, because it's going to be cut.
Is your hobby
Like,
ruining
what is he
things?
talking
No,
Is your hobby ruining things that are going
It would have
fine?
been funny if you all did. This is my moment. I'm the featured guest, and you get to come in on my moment. You said your
Explain how it would have been funny. I need to hear. How would it have been?
Okay,
tell us
well,
what we
okay,
should have
listen.
done.
So the for the audience, it would have been perfect. Okay, it would have been perfect audio, and then it gets to me, and they're like, "Oh my God, what's he going to say?" And I go, Samantha, cut this. I say that, and then they go, "Wait, what?" Comedy a lot of the time comes from subverting expectations, and so if they all
Okay.
Keep going.
Cool.
Keep going.
Cool. Before we start, let us say a prayer to our editor, Samantha. Saint Samantha, we ask you for guidance and thank you for your grace in the twilight of our decency and goodness. Some extra grace for Jeffrey, please. Amen.
Amen. And forgiveness for all.
Yeah, that
Love
was a
you.
much needed
Most
one.
of all.
Love you, Samantha.
He does.
Everyone check out our TikToks. Samantha and Avery been crushing it on those videos. All right, moving on. Today, for episode 17 of season 2, Avery elected that we watch The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, a film about maladaptive daydreaming disorder and its secret cure, violence. But before we go liberal arts on this bitch, we have some business to attend to. Josh, what time is it?
Punishment time.
That's right. It is punishment time. Last week, Avery won. But with winners come losers. And last week, Josh controversially lost. And Josh, what do losers get?
Punished.
That is right. Josh lost, and as punishment, he had to record a video of himself doing an isolation dance and lip syncing to the talk box cover of Hopelessly Devoted to You, a la the TikTok trend, a trend I've never heard of, but I'm excited to see it. He has video evidence to share, I believe. Josh, are you ready to boogie?
You know it.
I'm so excited.
Go when you're ready, baby.
Now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my life aside. I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted.
That's fun.
My favorite part was how much fun you looked like you had.
Yeah. I hope that it was a kind of a welcome respite from just coughing.
There was a lot of pathos to that. It really made me feel.
Yeah.
There was a lot of release once you started singing. You could tell that it helped you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent storytelling, really.
Did
Also-
you feel like it helped you?
You were kind of crushing the isolation. That was great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Left me wanting more.
I think we repeat that one when we watch the Five Nights at Freddy's sequel. That is coming.
There's a sequel.
Oh
Not
yeah,
yet.
bitch. Oh,
The wait,
yeah.
there is?
Yeah, it's
Coming,
coming out.
it's not yet.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that was fun. Thank you, Josh.
It's coming out in 2025.
That's this year.
It is this year. There's a lot of this year, though. We'll see if we all still like each other by the end of it. Before we hear what these three wrote, let's chat about the movie. I have to burp.
Burp girl. Burp queen.
Oh, that was cool. On IMDb, the synopsis for The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is: a clumsy daydreamer gets caught up in a sinister conspiracy. I'm sure we all have lots to say. 5 minutes is on the clock. Let's discuss. What's his name? Danny Kaye, one of the most genius performers of all time. That is a genius man. I've only ever seen him in, is it White Christmas? Is that the other one he's in? I think he dances in that. Funny as fuck. All of my favorite parts were all the bits with the boss whenever he had to sneak in through the room while he was giving a presentation. The water cooler thing, dying.
Great.
Funny.
The chair, the cushion, the
Oh.
chair cushion, and him
Oh
like
my god,
holding the stuff
chair-
and
the
was
chair
so funny.
with the fucking cup trying to put it up and down. That was so good.
Inspired physical comedy. Yeah, my roommate pointed out, and I really liked how she really likes that he's like a film star from the 40s, but is not quite as like macho as a lot of the other ones are. It's nice to see like a male film star that's kind of just sweet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jeffrey sounds someone to idolize.
Yeah. I mean, that rips. He
I
was super cool.
That's great.
I agree. Jeffrey and I talked about this a little bit earlier, but like their like macho man back then was like Orson Welles. It was
Yeah.
like it was who was in Planet of the Apes?
Charles,
Charlton Heston.
Yeah, Charlton Heston was there. Like that's a capital M man.
Man. Yeah.
A guy with like piano teeth and
Yeah.
delicate hands. You know, like if we
Generally
showed
just
them,
kind of a live, slightly muscular guy.
yeah, if we sent Vin Diesel back to their time, they would shoot him. They'd be
Imagine,
like,
like,
what the fuck is that?
Jason
If we-
Momoa.
Yeah, if we sent Chris Hemsworth back, they would put him in a cage. They'd say, who is he? What
At
is
the
he?
World's Fair.
Yeah. Can we talk about this chick's name being Virginia Mayo? It's pretty funny. Oh wait, I forgot we know someone whose last name is Mayo. Sorry if you're watching this.
No, all I was saying is I liked it a lot. I thought it was creative and inventive. I'd never seen this movie before, so it's always fun to see how they solved problems back in the day and created sort of dream sequences. I had a blast. I really liked it. I give it an 8 out of 10.
We need to get rid of budgets for CGI and get back to large elaborate sets.
Yep.
Performers who are actually good at dancing, singing, and doing physical comedy, and just long takes where you let the actors do their thing. We need to get back to that shit. I'm sick of all this other cut. Oh fuck. No, that's fucking it's fun. They're good performers. It's like vaudeville.
Yeah.
I give it a 6. I really liked the main guy and his comedy. I thought that it really held up. I thought he was magnificent. I wasn't blown away by like that was anything that I was blown away by, and I don't know what the rewatchability for me just based off of that. Everything else was like good old Hollywood, like good, nice, but like that was it for me.
The one exceptional part of it. Yeah. What do you give it, Jeffrey?
I give it a 7. Like I enjoyed watching it. I thought I thought Danny Kaye was fantastic. Pacing was rough.
Yeah.
It was not paced well. So
I kind of felt like once he got into actually being a part of the conspiracy, I didn't need more dream sequences. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't like the dream sequences very much, to be honest. All of them, I kind of wanted them to end.
I wish they were all half as long as they were. I think they would have, if they had some punch and it was kind of like more of a cutaway gag. I thought that would be fun.
Yeah.
I think but I remember watching Orson Welles. What did we watch? Rosebud.
Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane. I felt the same way about that I did this. They're just like their scenes, their flashbacks, they're always just like about 5 minutes too long, or they're
well, they didn't have TikTok back then. They didn't know we could go fast, baby. Fucking, we got shit to do.
Yeah, they didn't know that humans can't pay attention for that long.
My roommate, who really likes this movie, she also said that the reason why some of those are so long, like when he did the whole, like a lot of those bits are things that Danny Kaye was just known and famous for, and so they just let him do it to get people to the movie. So like when he's like talking in fake languages, Danny Kaye was just known for doing that, so they're like, yeah, we can put that in. When he did the whole song, like the tra-dom, tra-lom,
yeah,
like that's like he like does that, and so they were like, yeah, we'll do a 3-minute unbroken shot of you just kind of fucking doing your thing. Doesn't really work, but
Jeffrey, you never told us this? When did you move in with Danny Kaye's biographer?
Hell yeah, dog.
That was funny. Fuck you guys.
I'm so sorry.
Samantha, cut that. There were no laughs. Cut it.
Samantha, keep that in.
Keep it. Keep everything.
That
Samantha,
stays.
Edit out and make it longer.
You gotta give it the breath of silence.
Do we
What do you
have
think?
any working actors today that you think could do something similar where like they have a thing that they're gonna do? You know, like the directors would be like, okay, now do your thing. Because I'm having trouble thinking of it.
Tom Holland.
You know what? Tom Holland can sing and dance. That boy
He's
can
like a good dancer.
Yeah,
It has to
honestly,
be.
that's a good answer.
It has to be a theater person. Here's the funny thing, like we're so far away from that stuff that like all our actors now, I'm surprised if you can like move and dance and sing. Like back in the day, you had to do that to be an actor. Now I'm like, oh, if this person can do a live performance, I'm impressed by them. I do think like an interesting analog we have is what's that guy's name? Patrick. He's in all the Conjuring movies, like the Scream King. Patrick Wilson. Um, you guys know who I'm talking about? He's like the most.
Yeah, I do know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
He's actually the fan of the opera on
Yeah.
Broadway, and he's a
Yeah.
Broadway guy. But then he became like he's one of the richest stars in Hollywood because of all those horror movies. But he's like a song and dance man. It's kind of like him and like Hugh Jackman. You know, they can do
I
that
was gonna
shit.
say Hugh Jackman. People will pay to see him do things.
Or what's the woman? What's the woman? Oh, I'm looking it up. Who played the witches in the
Oh,
Denzel
dude,
Washington?
he's fucking crazy.
Catherine Hunter. Catherine
Yes.
Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's phenomenal as like this like contortion, like mover kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I would watch her just do anything.
You know
Yeah.
what? Actually, I think this is a legitimate answer to the question, and it doesn't take quite the same angle, but it more just kind of goes down like the spastic energy of like being able to make shit up. Definitely Robin Williams while he was still alive.
Yes.
Would
Yeah,
have been one.
Yeah. Oh,
But I
that's a
think,
great one.
and not necessarily an equivalent, but Jack Black has
Oh yeah. Yeah.
great like physical, verbal improv ability. I think he'd be one.
Yeah, honestly, I would watch a movie where there's like sequences of just like Jack Black, do your thing. Honestly,
Well,
I guess
mean,
a lot
honestly, I kind of think School of Rock is that. School of Rock is he's a musician. He can scat. He can do all these things. Like we're just gonna have Jack Black do his thing and build it around that.
You know what? Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, that's
Jim
the one.
Carrey.
Yeah.
Carrey.
Not
We
to
don't
the
have
same-
it. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I was gonna say not to the same level, but I think people tune into like what is it, Only Murders in the Building, because they want to see Steve Martin and Martin
Yeah.
Short do
Mhm.
physical bits. I think
We don't have actors the same way we did, where it's like we're gonna literally build this whole thing around that person. This is like they are a performer, they do all this shit. We're just gonna give them a vehicle. You know, like Jim Carrey, it was like The Mask. It's like he can make faces and do crazy body shit and be insane. We're gonna make The Mask, which is a thing that literally just gives you the ability to do what he can do. You know?
Yeah. Apparently, in a lot of Jim Carrey movies, they would have like a part in the script where they're just like Jim Carrey does Jim
Yeah.
Carrey stuff. Like they would just be like Jim Carrey then proceeds to do his thing.
Well, one of his
Yeah,
old
I didn't
stand-up.
know that you moved in with Jim Carrey's biographer.
Ha 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 ha.
Dog, that was honestly like just delivery timing wise. That kind of hell yeah,
pretty
dude.
good. It was pretty
That
good.
was really
Let's
good.
come on. That was
That was really
pretty
good.
funny.
Josh, that was awesome. Like
I'm gonna start-
Max
I'm gonna-
introduced the formula, but Josh kind of perfected it.
Yeah.
All right. On to the reviews. These three watched The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, generated a name, age, and location for a character, and then wrote a movie review in their voice. You'll hear each of them read 4 main sections. 1, character bios. 2, get to know you questions. 3, improvised responses. And 4, the movie review. Everything except the improvised responses have been written for them beforehand. This is also the first time the contestants have seen each other's work. It's a cold read. They have no idea what they're about to say. And I have no idea which of them made what character and corresponding review. The writer is not necessarily the reader, and I have to guess who wrote what. They're trying to trick me because if I get them all wrong, I lose. But if I get even one right, then whichever one of them I score the lowest is the loser. No matter what, someone's getting shafted. There will always be a loser.
Losers get
and-
punished. Losers get punished.
Losers do get punished. Josh knows well. We'll start by getting to know each character with a structured interview, do some off-the-cuff Q&A as a group, and to finish off, we'll hear the reader's movie review. Our first reader is Avery. Avery, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, my name is Mallory Becker. I'm 13 years old. I live in Tacoma, Washington, and the title of my review is Cool Girl.
All right, Mallory, welcome to the show. Would you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm just weird, you know? Like my brain should be studied. Like first off, I'm a crazy math genius, like for real. Like my friend Aiden gave me this like Albert Einstein problem and I got it right. And he just kept checking the work and I was just like, okay, can we move on already? But I'm also super cool. Like everyone wants to be my friend and it actually gets annoying sometimes, you know? Like the other day I went to school wearing this outfit that was all black and spiky and my friends were like, you look crazy. And the principal even called home just to be like, wow, I can't even handle this. But it was actually okay because me and my mom and my dad got to eat dinner all together again for the first time in a while, and they talked to me about it, which was actually pretty cool.
All right. Interesting. I'm sure school's an interesting experience for you, Mallory. Do you prefer to work individually or in groups?
Yeah, when I was like a baby, I would have said individually, lone wolf, like, oh, actually, it's way cooler to be in a group. One person at your basketball game isn't fun, but two. I mean, that's like a hype squad. Like one day I came home super late, like 10:45, and I was blasting Black Sabbath, if you even know who that is. But it woke up my dad sleeping on the couch. But it never would have happened if he was sleeping where he was supposed to be, with his group. Mom.
Interesting definition of group. Mallory, you're a pretty intense personality. What should your warning label say?
Okay, oh man. My warning label would say like, watch out! Like, watch out, this girl's crazy. Like this is a really crazy kid, but it's still deserving of love. Like maybe if they were in a more stable environment, they wouldn't need to be so crazy and could just focus on being a kid, like watch out, this girl's hurting. I don't know, something like that.
That's a good one. You should make it. Does anybody else have any questions they'd like to ask Mallory?
Yeah, Mallory. Would you rather live with your mom or your dad?
Oh, that's a crazy question. That's a crazy question. Someone asked me that recently. And I didn't like that question, so I said hard pass, and they said no, you gotta answer right now. I'm your gardum ad libium or whatever. So I don't know. Hard pass.
Mallory, have you always dressed in these like cool black outfits, or was that like a recent thing?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've always been kind of a lone wolf, like type of thing. But no, I don't know. It was sort of a one time I was gonna try it type of thing, and then I got to eat dinner with mom and dad. So now I'm really liking doing new looks. I really like getting to be kind of weird with it. Like yesterday, I put on an animal suit, and they called home immediately. They called home right away, and that was
Nice. All right. Well,
Okay.
Mallory,
yeah.
what did you think of the movie?
I don't know. Movie night's been kind of lame ever since the couch just feels super empty with just me and my dad. But I didn't really like it. Yeah, the guy had this like kind of weird broken family, which was kind of super scary. And I didn't like it at all. Like, was it his fault? I don't know. Like, maybe if he was more normal, they would like him more, and then they would try it all to stay together. And maybe he just doesn't know what normal is, and he's just trying his best, and that's why he does all the daydreaming and fake language stuff. I don't know. Tough to say.
Well, Mallory, that was insightful. Thank you very much for coming on the show. What did everyone think of our first character, Mallory Becker?
Pretty chill.
I liked Mallory. I feel like that's a kid I would have hung out with when I was a kid. Felt pretty bad for her.
She was for being herself, for being like a genius.
Yeah, the math thing was definitely
All right, I'm
pitched in there.
I'm actually guessing Jeffrey wrote this one because he sees himself as the cool kid who needs love.
I don't fucking see myself as the cool kid. I am the cool kid. You're making
All right.
it sound like I'm like projecting, which I'm fucking not. So
Tentatively locking that one in.
Yeah.
All right, listeners, comment below what you think. If you also think Jeffrey's the cool kid or not. Thinks he's the cool kid. Our next reader is Josh. Josh, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review? Ooh. Oh, all
Oh
right.
hell yeah.
Howdy. My name is Stetson T. Kingston. I am 66 years old, and we're here in my beautiful home state, Montana. And I'm mighty glad you invited me to sit down and chat with you today.
Welcome to the show, Stetson. Howdy. Would you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely, young man. And I want to compliment you for taking an interest in us older folks of today. Says something real nice about your character. I was born and raised on my family ranch right here in Montana, just like my daddy, and my daddy's daddy, and my daddy's daddy before him. Growing up, we was always ranching and horseback riding. It may not be as fancy or as clean as childhood as some of y'all city folks have had, but I'll tell you, I wouldn't change it for the world. Something about growing up right here in the beautiful majesty of America that ain't like nothing else. Of course, there's some things that you just can't get with a country life. Things like culture, for example. But with everything going on these days, I don't want you to think I'm just another one of them intolerant hillbillies who ain't got no perspective. That's why I asked you to come and meet me at my town's only Mexican restaurant, El Polo Loco. I ain't eaten much Mexican food in my time, but I figure what the hell. I may be older, but I've been trying to embrace new technologies, and I've been learning Spanish on Duolingo, so I figure ain't no better time to try something nueva. That means new in Spanish, and with the good company and new friends.
This is actually very, very awesome, Stetson. I'm glad to be meeting you at El Polo Loco. You clearly have had a storied life, Stetson. What is your definition of success?
Mighty fine question. You see, my
And
definition.
how do you do? Welcome to El Pollo Loco, where the only thing crazier than our flavors is our prices. My name is Paula, and I'll be helping you guys out today. Can I start with drink orders?
Well, hola, Pablo. Mi nombre es Stetson. Yo quiero beber una bebida, por favor. Bebido mean drink.
Ah, nice.
Yo quiero un bebido con helado en un tazo, por favor.
Sorry, you
Wow.
don't have to speak Spanish. What type of drink would you like?
Well, shoot. Duolingo never covered this part. Pablo, ayúdame here. Como se dice margarita?
Margarita.
Well, how about that? You learned something nuevo todos los días. Nosotros queremos dos margaritas, por favor.
Sounds great.
Dos margaritas para beber en este restaurante.
Okay, whatever.
I'm honestly pretty impressed, Stetson. That's
Ain't that just something else? Two
That's
people
great.
from different cultures who wouldn't normally be able to talk to one another just had a real conversation. All because I learned Spanish on Duolingo. That right there is how I define success. Taking what you learn and using it for the greater good. Hell, if I didn't know Spanish, we probably wouldn't be eating in this restaurant.
Wow. You're an inspiration, Stetson. I'm really happy to be here eating with you, and I'm excited for these margaritas. Speaking of this, all this progress you've made, what's the bravest thing you've ever done?
Now that right there is a story. It was 2001 and the whole country was on edge. The day started like any other day. I was in the birthing barn helping to bring life into the world when a man in a suit and sunglasses came plumb out of nowhere asking me to join a special task force. When then,
Okay, here are your margaritas. Do you know what you're going to be wanting for entrees?
Let me handle this. Gracias. Yo quiero uno enchilada, polo de frijoles y salsa con limón queso blanco. Mi amigo quiero flan de carne asada.
Okay, you want a chicken enchilada of beans with salsa of lime with white queso, and your friend wants steak flan.
Sí,
Sounds great.
y los dos queremos. Como se dice taco en español?
Taco.
Perfecto. 80 tacos, por favor.
Ochenta?
Ochenta.
See, you know what? I changed my answer. Ordering in Spanish is the bravest thing I've ever done. Embracing new experiences is the bravest thing of all.
Wow, that's pretty beautiful. Well, does anyone else have any questions they'd like to ask our friend Stetson?
Yeah, Stetson. What's the end of? I understand the Mexican food is the bravest. Ordering in Spanish is the bravest thing you've ever done. But what was the end of that story with the man in the suit and all that?
I'm glad you asked. So back in 2001, the country was real tense. So, man in a suit and tie came plumb out of nowhere, plucked me up for a special task force. He said, "You, sir, need to sit shotgun on a stagecoach from Billings to Durango." And I said, "All right." So I got up on that shotgun and I sat on that stagecoach and we were going down the road. And when suddenly somebody in a sombrero popped up in the middle of the road holding a gun. And I said, "Whoa, boys, whoa. That right there is a Mexican. And he's pointing a gun at us." And the man, he tipped his sombrero up and said, "Hey, man, that's kind of bigoted. I ain't Mexican at all." And I said, "Well, then why are you wearing that sombrero, compadre? Ain't that cultural appropriation?" And he said, "You got me there." So he put his gun down and we finished our route.
Wow. Thank
That's
you.
pretty good. That's a pretty good story. Stetson, do you have a favorite cow?
I did, Betsy. Let me tell you a story. I was on
Thank
a cattle
God.
drive from Billings to Durango, and we were moving our steers down, down along the river. And there was a mountain lion that was picking off my cattle one by one. Mountain lions are crepuscular, you see, so they hunt at dusk and dawn. And so I had to get up early and stay up late to try and catch him. I named him Gato Diablo. And he was killing my cows. And I had Betsy with me. Betsy and I had a special relationship. And one night he came by and he took Betsy when I was out looking for him, Gato Diablo. And I said, "Gato Diablo, that's the last time you're going to kill one of my cattle. That's the last steer you're going to kill." So I followed his tracks back to his cave. I busted inside with both my 6 guns. I pointed it at him, and I realized in that moment, Gato Diablo wasn't Gato Diablo, but Gata Diabla. It was a lady mountain lion. And I put my 6 guns down, and I did what any red-blooded American would have done. Put it delicately, I had sexual relations with Gata Diabla. She wanted it, I wanted it, we got it done. She had that good that made me pop.
Well, you jumped the shark there a little bit for me, Stetson, but we'll you can't bat 1,000. You know, you're getting close. Okay. Stetson, what did you think of the movie?
You're right. I'm sorry. I was gonna offer.
Yeah,
you
I think I'm right. I think
the rest, but yeah,
I think
I
I'm
figure
right.
you can fill in the blanks.
I think I'm right.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe I could save it, but
No need to try. No need to try.
Oh, okay. What did you think of the movie, Stetson?
Crazy.
I think I'm a lot like Mr. Mitty. I also have a secret life. Mi vida secreto, if you will. My secreto is that I love Mexican food. Hola. Chica, yo quiero el billo. El check. Oh, I know we haven't gotten our food yet, but this one's on me, hombre.
Here's
I
the bill.
appreciate it. That's very sweet,
Very
Stetson. Thank you.
$70? What is this? Am I being held up by the fucking cartel? These aren't pesos. These are real American dollars. Tú estás estúpido? ¿Estás un inmigrante? Un inmigrante ilegal? Well, guess who I'm gonna call? ICE. That's right, ICE. It's mi amigo favorito, and they're coming to take you down. Voy a llamar ICE. Yo quiero matate. Woo, sorry about that. I get real cagey when I see all these foreigners trying to take our jobs. Anyway, I'm not paying for this. So why don't you pull out your wallet and I'm gonna get back to my ranch.
Holy fuck. Damn. I really liked Stetson for a bit there. That was a pretty brutal switch up right there.
It sucks that they gave him such a high bill.
What the fuck? I also love that you could go to a restaurant and get 80 tacos and 2 margaritas for less than $70. Well, just so everyone knows, that's political critique of ICE. We're not fans. That was a lot. I liked Stetson until the end there. He was gonna be my Mary in Fuck, Marry, Kill. I was at God, this is actually so upsetting. I was really happy to have a character I just liked. I just liked him. I wanted to hang out.
You said the moment he put on that cowboy hat, I was in.
I also love that his name is the brand of the cowboy hat, Stetson. But yeah, loved him until the end. So fuck Stetson. I think Josh wrote that one. I'm guessing Josh. Let's see if Avery rounds me out with this last one. Let's see. Our last reader is Jeffrey. Jeffrey, would you please introduce your character and give us the title of your review?
My name is Miles Hardwick. I'm 29 years old and I live in Port Charlotte, Florida. Title of my review is The Secret Life of Miles Hardwick.
Oh, all right, Miles. I'm intrigued. Miles, would you please tell everyone a bit about yourself?
Edith was my grandma's best friend at the retirement home. When grandma died, Edith invited me over for cookies. I ate some cookies, we talked about my grandma, and then Edith grabbed my wiener, pulled me back in. That's when my secret life began. She is. That's when my secret life began. She has butter churning grip strength. Her wrists, her wrists crack like bullwhips. When she jerks, it sounds like musket fire. She plays Union marching songs while she beats my dick to death. She takes her teeth out to give me top. Feels like mashed potatoes. Her denture paste makes my donger
Pasta.
numb. This woman, this woman invented fellatio on her 20th birthday. When she goes to work, noises that come out of my mouth sound like a dog toy. She gives me $5 in an envelope after she cuts my cock off. I buy 3 boxes of Cracker Jacks from the vending machine, and I'm ready to go in again in minutes. I love her.
Holy fuck. All right, Miles. Miles, that's so interesting. That's so interesting. Would you please tell us some more?
Her joints creak like a meat grinder when she's on top. Cowgirl looks and sounds like a Pixar lamp. Orgasms give her flashbacks to the Great War. She wakes up on my dick screaming. Back shots smell like Werther's original. Sound like I'm playing the spoons. Her hip vibration has a replacement setting, and it vibrates. She turns off her hearing aids so she doesn't have to respect our safe word. She powders my bare ass with asbestos after I lose myself. No one knows I'm here. My family thinks I'm dead. Every day's the best day of my life.
Oh, go on.
She gives me a strain of AIDS so old it's curable.
Oh,
She slips me pain meds from a bottle prescribed to JFK. She's got Napoleon's dick in a jar and she makes me hold it. She has a she has a pair of FDR's leg braces cast in bronze under her bed. I cuddle with them at night. She has a poster of Rosie the Riveter on the wall. Occasionally she'll look at it and say, I fucked her. We flip a Prussian coin to decide who wears the poodle skirt. She calls me Elvis, and when I try to correct her, she pulls out an officer's pistol. I'm on the missing persons list. No one can find me. No one's looking wrist deep up Edith's cooter.
does anybody else have any questions they'd like to ask?
Yeah. What's your favorite food?
Edith. I'm eating her out like it's a jar of Jello. It's coming out viscous. It sits in my mouth like a sludge.
Oh,
Yeah. Avery, your turn.
Yeah, okay. Who were you before Edith?
I was nothing. I was a bag in the wind. I was a lost sheep. I was a boy with nowhere to go. Walking along, thinking about all the old times I used to go to town on myself. Felt like nothing. Felt like I was daydreaming. Felt like I was in a haze. I feel like my first memory was under her. Feeling her grind. My first memory was when I was under her, watching her skin sag into me. Oh man, watching her grind her pelvis down onto me. I'm dying once I leave.
Is that it? What did you think of the movie? What did you think of the movie, Kyle?
I don't know. Just one of the three old people movies she puts on in the background so no one can hear my squeals. Thank God there are extra adult diapers around. My downstairs is beat up so bad I leak. I've been living under her medical bed for a month, sucking Jello cup lids. If I don't keep my energy up, I'm afraid she'll put me down like an old racehorse. I seen her load bullets into her cane. I think it's a 22 long rifle. She rules the retirement home with an iron fist. She's very racist, and she's exceptionally cruel to the Jamaican nurses. She wields a she wields ancient Ice Age slurs, dark incantations that make me agree with her. Any dog that's not a German Shepherd, she tries to trap for its fur. One time she saw a Nike swoosh and didn't fuck me for a week. I've been living in a Scorsese period piece ever since. She gave me sexually transmitted arthritis with a mammoth bone dildo. She made me snort her heart pills and I was declared dead. She uses her walker like a door jamb so the orderlies can't investigate when she makes me scream like a monkey. Odor abuse is real. That elder is abusing me. And I love it. I'll never leave her. Don't tell anyone about my secret life. I mean it. Oh. I can hear her coming back from chair yoga. You know what that means. Anal. It's about to get stinky in here. Later, virgins.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, what did everyone think of our third character, Miles?
I wish I could have as much joie de vie as he does.
I'm horned up.
I think Miles is a victim of Stockholm syndrome.
I think it's pretty
I think
good.
Miles is a victim of letting the soft animal of his body love what it loves.
Holy shit. All right. No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
pretty
pretty good. I
Mary
thought it was pretty
Oliver,
good.
we are so sorry.
Love some Mary Oliver. Thank you.
Mary Oliver, please.
I
I
did
think Mary Oliver would love Gaslight
He
Game
would
Show.
not.
I think she's pretty. I think she's cool with it, and I think she would like it a lot.
Am I the only one who doesn't know who that is?
You piece of shit.
Quote that he just said.
No, I've heard that quote. I just didn't know who. I don't know the
She's a
person.
poet.
She's a hero.
My hero.
This one's fucked me up a little bit because I was pretty sure about Jeffrey than Josh. And then I kind of was like, oh, this feels very Josh. But then I was like, I've guessed Avery for a couple that feel really Josh before, but I know Avery's capable of it. So then I was like, this is Avery. And then it circled back around to me being like, that's Josh, fastball Josh. So I'm a little conflicted. If it is Jeffrey, because that's the only one I haven't thought it is, I will quit the show. So I can never guess again. Or we have to change the show so that I don't guess anymore. Because otherwise.
Oh, yeah. You want to start writing? You want to start watching
No.
the movies and
No.
writing a
Yeah.
review? Oh, don't fuck
No,
yourself.
Samantha can guess, and I'll just be the host. All right.
Max is the host, and he gets rid of the one job he has as the host, which is
Yeah.
to guess.
I have to read that description every time, and I make it pretty captivating, despite
I'm
you
so
going
sorry.
every time I do it.
It is pretty
I
captivating.
apologize.
Finally, no, I'm not guessing yet. I don't have to guess yet. Now finally we do the fuck, marry, kill rankings for the three characters we've been introduced to. This is a brutal one. Dear listener, don't worry if they're children. We immediately kill them. All children must die. So, what's her name is fucking out of it. What was her name? Mallory. Mallory's fucking gone. I have to kill. Oh wait, we killed the kid. Fuck. Oh, I gotta marry either fucking Miles or well, I have to kill Stetson. He threatened to call ICE on an
You
immigrant.
can't
I'm killing.
kill Stetson.
Wait, fuck. Okay, I'll fuck Stetson. I'll fuck Stetson because I'm not marrying him, and then I'll marry Miles and just let him go do his thing with Edith, and then he'll be my companion.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. That's
Yeah.
also my answer. I can't marry someone who's calling ICE on
I
people.
do want to be contrarian and try and switch it around, but I don't think I can.
I was literally doing the same thing as Josh. I was trying to be like, what's my thing? And I was like, no, I gotta go pretty anti-ice.
It's
I'm
a
not
pretty tough
pro
take to have,
Miles.
yeah.
I'm
It's-
anti-ice.
If anyone ever wants to like critique our characters and say they're like too fucked up, I do think it's such good evidence that no matter who wrote it here, everyone went like, there's no condoning of the character. You guys went, I can't even make a joke about marrying that character. It's very clearly with the death of the author. We're not, well, not death of the author, just not a one-to-one between author and character. I hope.
Yeah.
Except for all the bestiality ones. Those are really Josh.
Yeah. Josh loves that.
Do
He
you
just does lizards.
Do you think Miles would share Edith with me? Like, is she interested in me or is it just Miles?
No, I think Miles, if the second he doesn't get it, he's going crazy.
I think
Yeah,
it's
okay,
because
so-
he reminds her of her best friend.
Oh, so we'll,
You know?
weird. All right, so I'll just be like platonically married to what's
Maybe
his
you
name?
can bring him back to his family.
No, I don't give a fuck. Go fuck Edith. Edith needs it.
I think
all
Miles
right.
would let you watch.
I would watch a couple times. I think after that'd be a
Edith would let you
bunch,
watch
but
too.
I do have a curiosity.
I think
all right,
Miles would let you kiss him while she fucks him.
All right.
His family does not know where he is.
We don't have to keep discussing this.
I mean, there's like a lot of options. It's kind of rough that you are talking about like marriage as like something that has to have sex in that way.
Okay. Before we officially learn who wrote what, I have to blindly rate the writing and reading we've enjoyed. The scoring categories are, as always, 5 points for the funniest written review, which review made you laugh the most. 4 points for the best written review, which review was crafted most cohesively. 3 points for the best performance, which contestant really brought their character to life. 2 points for the best improvised response, which contestant gave the best improvised response. And 1 point for the best improvised question, which contestant asked the best improvised question. All right, I fucked up and kind of forgot all the questions you guys asked.
I had some pretty good ones.
The answers were also good. The questions.
His one job.
What question did you ask, Jeffrey? What's your funniest question you asked, Jeffrey?
My funniest question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cow?
Okay, and what was your funniest question, Avery? What did you ask? Oh, you asked to finish the story.
Oh, yeah. I think that's probably the most.
No, the cow one wins. I don't even.
Wait, you're not even gonna ask me what my funniest question was?
Oh, I forgot you didn't.
Because he knew it wasn't. No, he
Did
already
you-
awarded the point.
did
He
you
already
ask-
awarded the point.
Did you ask food twice or did you only ask food once?
I asked food one time. I asked
Oh.
Avery if she'd rather live with her mom or her dad.
Oh, never mind. That's the
No,
funniest
no,
one.
no. You already awarded
No,
the point.
that's
You
the
can't
funniest
take
I
it back.
asked Miles who he was before Edith. I feel like that's fun.
That's also good.
Wait,
I think it's
wait.
I think it's between me and Avery.
No,
I
wait, no,
agree.
no, no, no,
It's
no, no,
between
no.
Josh
I had the
and
good
I.
cow question.
No, mom and dad is the funniest. Mom and dad's the funniest one.
Fuck you.
The answers were all really good. The responses were all really funny, but I had to give it the sombrero story. I was dying laughing. And two Billings to Durango 2 times. I almost gave it to Avery again between Josh and Avery. Sorry, Jeffrey. I almost gave it for I was asked that question earlier today. That might be the single funniest line I've heard in a long time, but just Josh threw volume at you. 3 points. 3 points for the best performance. Which contestant really brought their character to life? I'm gonna give that one to Avery. I believed Mallory a lot. 4 points for the best written review, which review was crafted most cohesively. I'm gonna give that to Miles. Some of the description in Miles was pretty astounding, and funniest is going to Stetson for me. All right, now I have to guess who wrote each review. Contestants, ready your whiteboards. I'm already kind of dreading the ready your whiteboards to record your score. If I fail to guess the correct writer, the contestant author gets a point, but if I do find them out, they lose a point. If I fail to guess any of the three, I lose. If there's a tie, the contestant with the higher scored point category wins. And if I, the host, fail to win or lose for 4 straight games, I automatically lose that game. So I really want to get these right. God, there's a movie I really like this week that I want everyone to have to watch. I want to win.
Then do it. Then win.
I think Jeffrey wrote Mallory. I think Avery wrote Stetson, and I think Josh wrote Miles. All right, let's figure out where the rest of these points go. Who wrote Mallory?
I did.
Who wrote Stetson?
I did.
And who wrote Miles?
I did.
Jeffrey, I'm sorry. I feel like this was that's why I was like, if I'm right, I think I really, really fucked it over Jeffrey. I couldn't stop laughing. Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. All right.
No, it's all good. I don't even give a shit. We don't even know. We don't even know who won or lost yet. We don't even know. We don't even know who lost.
What's up with your score?
-1.
My whiteboard is screwed. I got a 6, but I think Avery.
I
you
got
a 6.
7.
You got a
Wait,
6. I
Avery
was gonna
won?
say, Avery
thought
would have.
Josh-
Yeah, I thought Avery and I tied, but Avery would have won anyway because she got,
I got
the
7.
5.
Damn, I thought Josh won. Interesting. All right.
I lost by a hair.
It was hard for me between those two, but I think I gave him my real opinion.
Because you gave me performance and then best written. So that was
Performance helped you win too. Damn, I was sorry, Jeffrey. I was between you two for performance too. Sorry, Jeffrey.
I would have lost anyway. It's okay.
Mallory was really funny. That probably makes it worse when I say that. For each member,
it does. Let me tell you, it does.
That means I win and Jeffrey loses. Well done, everyone but the loser. For each member of the game show, we've compiled tailor-made punishments. We're going to review our list and find something truly awful for them to do. And since Jeffrey lost, he's going to put himself on mute so we can take a minute to discuss what will be done with him. Avery, do you want to read it?
Yeah, I really do. Jeffrey has to do a flash mob worship dance in a fedora outside in a public space to You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban on a loop 3 times for tips. You have a little hat on the ground with coins in it, and it's all recorded. You must have a sign that says, "I am free," in all caps.
Who wrote that one? Is that
Josh.
That's fucking rude.
Who the fuck do we think wrote that one? Who possibly could have done that? Who do we fucking think?
Funny. Oh my god, that's horrible.
I've wanted this one for a long time. I'm excited.
All right. Well, be ready by the next time we meet, buddy. How do you feel about your punishment?
Oh, bad.
That's
Bad.
pretty
Considering
bad.
that also this weekend in Minneapolis, the high is going to be. Oh, you know what? On Saturday, the high is 19.
Yeah.
Sunday, the high is 5. So.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, you're going to get a little less foot traffic than you would if it was really nice out.
We want to say that we can put it. Jeffrey, would you prefer the flexibility of being indoors, like in a more public space?
That's fine.
Because of the weather? Because I don't want to we don't want to hurt.
I mean, I feel like he's not going to choose that because it's way worse. But Jeffrey, if you want to be inside in a public place,
I'm
you are
definitely not going to choose inside.
Encouraged to do so.
No, it's definitely worse. I'm definitely going to choose it outside.
Way worse. Well,
that blows. Okay, okay.
All
well,
right.
I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. This one sucks. I'm trying to be like, oh, maybe it's not that bad. No, it fucking sucks.
Well, that leaves us with one final matter, and it's learning what movie we'll be watching next week. The winner has the honor of choosing the next week's movie. Max, would you please enlighten us with your selection? Yes, I will, Max. It's The Nice Guys, the Shane Black comedy with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe.
I love this movie.
Great fucking movie.
I love this movie. I saw this in theaters.
Dude, oh my god, I have so much to say. 15-minute conversation next week.
I'm so excited.
I love this fucking movie. Sick. All right. Well, I'm glad that landed well. Can't wait for Nice Guys. To our audience, please feel free to watch along with us. It's a good movie. It's a lot of fun. Listen, everyone, give me a reason to use my gun. Watch Gaslight Gameshow on YouTube. Listen to us on Spotify and support us on our other platforms. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Patreon. We'll be coming out with a new episode every week, and we'd love to hear from all of you. Comment, reach out, be loud and annoying. We love that. If you comment something funny on any of our social media posts, we'll read it on the episode. If you approach me too quickly, I'll bite you. I'm a tiger. Tune in soon for more torture. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
That was horrible. That was a bad ending.
It's a good tiger noise, though.
Yeah.
Again, maybe?
Yeah.
Rah, 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 rah. That's how it was written. Rah, rah, rah.
That's how it was written.
I took some creative liberty. Written. There's no script. I've never.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I've never brought up the script when I wanted to be freed of culpability for something I said.
Max said that was lame. That was uncool. Crazy that Max was totally okay with saying the reason to use my gun, but the tiger one was where it was like, that's not me.
That wasn't me.
That's not me. That was not me.